It's our reality, just your average family, trying to be normal and stay out of trouble, living a double life.
What's up? Today is Season 3, Episode 21, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. This is a weird title, but this episode starts off with Hank singing about how they're going on a date night without their children, and Barb says, "No kids, no problems, freedom." Phoebe says, "Do they have to do that every time they go out?" Barb says, "They love Phoebe, but she makes them old." Phoebe says, "Why isn't Hank wearing his new glasses?" Hank says, "Thunderman doesn't need glasses. He has the vision of a jungle cat." Then he falls because Phoebe says, "Luckily for him, there's no coffee tables in the jungle." Barb thanks Phoebe for watching Chloe, and Phoebe says, "It's so easy. Chloe adores her." Yeah, no. You two have no interactions, and you've only had like 3 interactions in the entire show. Like in the premiere and in episode 16 and in this episode. But yeah, how can Chloe adore you? You two basically have no chemistry. You basically don't even have interaction. So is Phoebe so delusional that she believes that Chloe likes her when literally in the show they have no chemistry, they have no screen time together? Yeah. Yeah, right, Phoebe. Yeah, right, Chloe adores you. Chloe adores Billy more than she adores you. Because at least she and Billy hang out and do stuff together. You and Chloe have no interactions. You hang out more with Cherry than you do with Chloe. So yeah, like, you and Chloe have some interactions, but you don't have like a full scene together. So yeah, right. This episode 18 and this episode are the only episodes where they actually have interactions together fully. But yeah, right. She doesn't adore you. Stop lying to yourself, Phoebe. Yeah, about the greatest big sister ever. Even she brought her new PJs with sparkly slippers. Chloe teleports in saying, "She looks good, baby." Ding. Yeah, I guess on the baby counter they've been really using that a lot. Nora says, "Billy got salami grease all over her new tablet." And Billy says, "Actually, he got her tablet all over his salami grease." Barb says, "Billy, enough with the salami eating." And Billy says, "But it's full of all kind of Italian vitamins like these white specks and chewy things." Hank says, "Just listening to them makes him older." They leave. Phoebe says, "All right, Chloe, who's ready to hear the story of Robin Hood?" Max shows up, and Chloe says, "Max," and Max says, "Hello, his little munchkin." Yeah, Max is the best. And he heard the Tooth Fairy brought her a silver dollar. Chloe shows him and says, "Cha-ching." And Max says, "Excellent." Watch as he places the money behind her ear. Poof, it's gone. Chloe asks, and it's back. Chloe asks Max if he can stay with them, and Max says, "Of course," but he won't. And Phoebe says, "Oh, come on, Max, give Chloe her money back." And Max says, "Give Chloe her dollar back." Max says, "He's just keeping it safe for her, like her birthday money." And Chloe thumbs up to that for some reason. Chloe says she loves Max. He's her favorite. And Phoebe says, "Whoa, Max is her favorite? The same Max who stole her Tooth Fairy money?" Chloe says, "Max is funny, and he has great hair." Phoebe says, She has gray hair too. What does Max have that she doesn't? Chloe says, a bunny, a band, a slide. Literally. Phoebe's like, okay, new plan. But she has a better story than Robin Hood. It's Phoebe Hood. Yeah. It might change the way you feel about certain people. I don't want to say anything until the end about how I much feel about Phoebe in this episode, but man, is she getting on my nerves. And anyway, man, is she getting on my nerves. Yeah. Yeah. Once upon a time, yeah, this episode is just a fantasy episode. It's kind of boring. It's kind of boring that the entire episode sticks within 1-2 locations. The house or the fantasy world. They don't go anywhere. We only get an A plot or B plot in the episode. That's for next time. It's boring. That's the problem with this episode. It's boring. Like, what I like about the show is that it's able to go between different locations. Like, the A plot's about Max and Phoebe shenanigans, and the B plot is whatever Billy, Nora, or Hank and Barb have that week. But nope, this episode is stuck between either the house or the fantasy realm. And it's boring. Anyway. Once upon a time in the most boringest story. Not Robin Hood's not boring, but the boringest land. There lived a girl named Chloe the Cute. Everyone loved her, and she loved everyone. Except the evil sheriff, Maxingham. Maxingham says, hello, peasants. It is I. Evil is he. Evil Maxingham. The evil sheriff Maxingham. Mwahaha. But it's actually Phoebe evil laughing. Chloe says, Sheriff Maxingham is evil? Phoebe says, oh yeah, he's definitely not anyone's favorite person. And his hair is not so great either. Writers, are you trying to make me dislike Phoebe? You already had that in the last episode. Like, you know, that was Cherry. But this episode, are you really trying to make me dislike Phoebe? Because she's a massive jerk in this one episode. But anyway, after the opening, Cherry says, tell her more. And Phoebe says, if she wants to hear the whole Phoebe Hood story, she'll need a snack. Chloe teleports away and teleports back with popcorn. Phoebe says, where did you get movie theater popcorn? And Chloe says, Daddy? Yeah, she literally stole Pink's popcorn and he didn't even notice. It comes back later, but man, Phoebe says, says, oh right, the mean old Sheriff Maxingham had just arrived. Did she mention nobody liked him, especially Chloe the Cute? Do you get it? Do you get it? How Phoebe's trying to twist this story but this is another episode of Chloe is an impressionable child storyline. We already had this in Beat the Parents. Why did you writers have to do it again? It's another, Chloe takes something that's not real and thinks it's real and does exactly that. Like, literally. But anyway, back to the plot. Maxingham, evil Sheriff Maxingham said, line up and pay their taxes for the king, you deadbeats. Oyster, who isn't given a name, he's never even named in the episode, so I'm just going to call him old-time Medieval Era Oyster says, they barely have enough money for food. Maxingham says, sorry, he can't hear him over the sound of his stench. Now, hand over the loot. and the rest of them show him the money, but they throw it at him instead. Then they throw it at him, and he said show, not throw. What about you, little girl? Do you have anything valuable for the king? Chloe the Cute says, nope. And Maxingham says, what about her golden slipper? Hand him over, hobbit child. Evil Maxingham, this is, you're talking about a medieval era thing. The Hobbit did not exist yet. You shouldn't be calling her a hobbit child because that was not around back then. So, Chloe the Cute obviously does it, and Medieval Oyster says, he won't get away with this. You won't get away with this. Sheriff dude. Yeah. And he's like, Sheriff Maxingham says, who's gonna stop him? Phoebe Hood says, she is. And Evil Maxingham says, she is Phoebe. And she is. Phoebe Hood says, she is Phoebe Hood, protector of the weak and other people who can't afford showers. Maxingham says, she may protect the poor and the stinky, but who's going to protect her? They are her merry crew, Barb Marion, Lil Hank, Fire Billy, and finally, Beyonce. Because the show wants to show that it's really a 2016 show that wants to have Nora's storybook character called Beyonce. Because Chloe just randomly said Beyonce, and Phoebe just randomly decided to put that name in the story. Do you see how literally this episode's kind of outdated? Beyonce, I don't think Beyonce is as popular now. Maxingham says, do they think they can scare him? His men are fierce. But, of course, they aren't because they just run away. And Maxingham says, that changes things. Phoebe Hood says, she'll take their stuff back, or their belongings, but I like the word stuff. And Maxingham says, this isn't the end, this isn't over, Phoebe Hood. Oyster says, Phoebe Hood is his favorite, and she'll be Chloe the Cute's favorite too. Because they're really trying to put in the message that, oh yeah, this is Phoebe's story. Phoebe Hood says, and her merry crew started giving back all their stuff, but Chloe's slippers were nowhere to be found. Chloe says, what happened to the slippers? And Phoebe says, they were stolen by the Maxingham. Back at the castle, Sheriff Maxingham trembled in fear before his almighty king. King Colosso. Literally, I put that, but that's actually what they call him. King Colosso. King Colosso says, fear him. You dare return to the mighty king, to the King Colosso with no mercy, with no money? Have you seen the royal treasury? They're close to being common folk. He can't afford a real decent jester. Then Jester Cherry says, yeah, Cherry's the jester, and Wolfgang is her drummer, because that's all. Because for some reason Phoebe had to incorporate Cherry and I guess Wolfgang. I don't know why she incorporated him into the story, but okay. Of course she incorporated Cherry, her supposed best friend. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, they're best friends. I still can't believe the writers are still going with the whole storyline of them being best friends, even though I've said before, gaslight, lied for 2 years, more gaslighting. See? But anyway, but why would she have Wolfgang in the story? Yeah, Jester Cherry says, what do you call a pony with a sore throat? A little horse. Get it? King Colosso says he has to get rid of Phoebe Hood. Maxingham has to get rid of Phoebe Hood. Maxingham says, how's he don't know where to find her. King Colosso says he don't. If he don't, King Colosso says if he don't, he will tell everyone Maxingham wears a wig. Maxingham says that was a secret between them. he has an idea. They can find her if they lure her out to them. If they host an archery contest. King Constance says she'll never show. Maxingham says she will because they have Chloe the cute slippers. When Phoebe Hood shows up for them, they'll be waiting for her. So the king threw a contest inviting the best archers across the land. Phoebe Hood says she'll win about Chloe the cute slipper. Chloe the cute says Phoebe Hood's her hero. We get it. You don't have to keep saying it. We get it. Justice Sherry says, make a way for King Maxingham if the king's ready to catch Phoebe Hood. King Constance says, this better work or Maxingham will be on poop patrol. So Master Phoebe Hood is so Maxingham goes first, but Master Phoebe Hood is able to slice through his arrow, and this obviously Master. And then Maxingham unmasks Phoebe Hood, and Phoebe Hood gets into a big fight with Maxingham guard. Little Hank says, don't worry, Phoebe Hood. He'll get those guards with his grapple arm. But he gets Phoebe Hood instead. Barb Marion says, bro, you didn't caught the guards, you captured Phoebe Hood. King Constance says he'll give Phoebe Hood a fair trial. He finds her guilty and sentences her to be flung from the kingdom with a catapult. Maxingham says the tact always at work. And Chloe says, no, now Phoebe Hood, she's her favorite. Chloe says, Phoebe Hood is really her. And she guesses that makes her Chloe's favorite. Chloe says, does that mean Maxingham is really Max? Phoebe says, yeah. And that makes him not Chloe's favorite. Maxingham says, what's up, party people? And Chloe says, Max is a naughty sheriff. And Max says, he's a what now? And Chloe teleports him out. Chloe teleports back, and Phoebe's like, bro, where's Max? And Chloe says, she left him at the North Pole. And then she's like, why would you do that? And she says, it's your story, silly. So yeah, again, this is another episode of Chloe is an impressionable child. We've done it in episode 19, and we're doing it again because these writers don't know stuff. Phoebe says Chloe needs to bring Max back. Phoebe says Chloe needs to bring Max back from the North Pole. Chloe says, nope. And Phoebe says, why not? Come on, Max is her favorite. Chloe says, no, Phoebe's her favorite. And Phoebe says, so hard to enjoy that while Max is being eaten by a polar bear. Hank and Barb come back, and Barb says, date night is officially over. Phoebe says, already? She meant they were gone already? Oh, she meant they were gone barely an hour. What kind of date night is that? Barb says Hank couldn't see the screen. He forgot his glasses. And Hank says, someone stole his popcorn. It was probably Max. Hank, you have a daughter who can teleport to anywhere. Also, I love the scene where Chloe hides the popcorn that she stole from him. That is just funny. But still, Hank thinks it's Max because he doesn't realize that it's really Chloe. He never finds this out, by the way, and it's never brought up again. But just saying is that it's kind of weird that he just never questions that, his popcorn was stolen. Chloe can teleport. It must have been Chloe. But of course not. He thinks it's Max and tries to call out to Max. But Phoebe covers up by saying, Max went to bed early. She thinks he's coming down with a cold. Chloe says, oh, he's cold all right. And Phoebe says, Hank and Barb, go get some ice cream. Her treat. She can't let their day end already. Like that. And she sings the song that they sang at the beginning. Like, no kids, no problem, no freedom. And they leave. Phoebe says, okay, Chloe, she may have told her a story that made her see Max was evil. But now she want to bring Max back when she hears the rest of the story. Back at the kingdom, Phoebe Hood was being held prisoner, but to everyone's surprise, Maxingham had a change of heart. Maxingham said he has a change of heart, and he lets Phoebe Hood go. Phoebe Hood says, hooray for Maxingham, the end. Chloe says, boo, boo. She's going to bed. And she's like, wait a minute. Yeah, that's just so funny. Boo. She's like, boo. She's going to bed. And she's like, wait a minute. No, wait, her bad. She told Chloe the wrong ending. Here's how it really goes. Phoebe Hood was about to be catapulted out of the kingdom. Phoebe Hood says goodbye, she'll miss all of them. Chloe the Cute says, don't get rid of Phoebe Hood. Maxingham says sorry. He can't be looking good. He can't be good looking and nice at the same time. Chloe the Cute says yes he can and hugs him. Meanwhile, the married crew was desperate to save Phoebe Hood and save themselves. Beyonce says, or Nora, but still Beyonce says, they have to save Phoebe Hood. And Billy says, and themselves. Small Hank says, the worst part is that he can't get this wedgie out of his moat. And King Colossus says, like the flinging began. Maxingham says, release her. And King Colossus says, that's what he was going to say. Release her. Release her out of the sky. But he's like, hey, hold up, Maxingham, what are you doing? And he's like, justice. He's like, he's bringing justice. Fighting for justice and slipperous kids everywhere. Maxingham fights the guards and releases Phoebe Hood. Then Phoebe and Maxingham fight the guards. Then the married crew fights the guards. And they catapult King Colosso. Maxingham gives Chloe the Cute her slippers back. And Maxingham joins the married crew. So Chloe says, so Maxingham is good? And Phoebe says, yeah. Chloe only thought it was bad because she reworked the classic to win Chloe over. Chloe says she likes Phoebe Hood and Maxingham. They're both her favorites. Phoebe says, okay, so then can you please have Max back? Chloe teleports away and teleports back with Max, with a frozen Max. Phoebe unfreezes Max, and Max says, thanks, Chloe, for bringing him back from the North Pole. Chloe, why'd you take me to the North Pole, Chloe? And Phoebe obviously covers this up by saying, kids, why do they do anything? It's weird. Barbara Hank come back with ice cream. Max says, do they think that's funny? And throws it away because they think that they don't realize that he was frozen in the North Pole. And he thinks that they're bringing back ice cream to mock him. So, yeah. Barb says, what was up with him? And Phoebe just says, kids, what's wrong with says, why do kids do anything? That's weird. It's weird. Phoebe says, Hank's new glasses look good. Hank says, he decided because he needs glasses doesn't mean he doesn't get heroic or handsome. Barb says, the real reason is because he couldn't read the menu. Hank says, who got grease on the remote? Billy. Nora says, it was her. Billy knows his salami. And Billy says, it's good. It's good in a smoothie. No, it's not. He's gonna throw up. Chloe says, she loves Billy. He's her favorite. And Phoebe looks on being like, yeah, she shouldn't really take what Chloe says to grant. She really shouldn't take what Chloe says to granted. Wait, no. Phoebe looks on to realize, yeah, she really shouldn't take what Chloe says literally to end the episode. This episode was boring. It was bad, and Phoebe's an unlikable jerk face. I like Chloe's stuff with the popcorn and her saying boo and all the stuff, but the problem with this episode is the story. It's boring. you only see 2 locations throughout it. We are almost done this season, and 3 out of the 26 episodes have been really bad. Are the writers really not? Are the writers really giving up? Because literally 3 out of the 26 episodes have been terrible. The last two, like Dog After School was bad. Can You Spy Me Love was bad. This episode's not bad. It's just really boring. For some reason, the writers like making me watch Phoebe become an unlikable jerk every episode, because literally that's, for some reason, her character. She's an unlikable jerk. And again, Max doesn't deserve what's going to him. Okay, and also, yeah, the fact that Hank believes Max stole his popcorn instead of Chloe doesn't make any sense. Like, he knows that Chloe can teleport to anywhere, but he for some reason thinks Max was the blame. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, literally, why, Hank? You literally know that your daughter can teleport to anywhere at any time, but he blames Max. Just like with last episode, at least in the last episode, Max was the victim and didn't deserve what was coming to him. In this episode, he also didn't deserve it, but Phoebe, no one knows the truth. Phoebe hid what she did, and also, I'm glad that we're still going with the whole Chloe likes Billy being her hero thing that we got in the first episode, because she literally said that and they never addressed that again until now. But this episode's terrible. I can't believe, like, an episode about Robin Hood is bad. It's just the fact is that it's boring. We don't, like, if this was a regular episode where we got, like, a bunch of different scenes and, and it changed locations, that would be good. But this episode doesn't. The only places we get in this episode are the living room, the fantasy world, and the kingdom. Are you writers running out of ideas? Really? Because some of your episodes have been absolute crap, and I don't like watching those episodes. Hopefully the next episode is better, because the next episode actually is about Barb's extended family, being her sister Mandy, and then the next episode after that is technically the Halloween special. Happy Halloween. Then after that, Stealing Home, which these are from Chainsaw, from Phoebe's Will Rock You, which is good. And they even reference when he stole their microwave from that episode. And I think you also got like Back to School, and then you got the 2-part finale. I'll check, but yeah. I think we only have like episode 22. Yeah, we have Aunt's Misbehaving, Happy Halloween, Stealing Home, Back to School, and then we have the 2-part finale. So we only have 5 episodes left, I think. This season hasn't been really that good. Like, there hasn't, like, just because Chloe hasn't gotten anything to do, and again, you bring in a new character to be a part of the family, and you don't do anything with her until your final season. Maybe that's why the show got canceled, because literally this season has been nothing but meh, and I don't know what I'm going to say is my favorite when we get to the end. I don't know what's going to say is my favorite episode, because technically these episodes it's either meh or absolutely terrible. Like Dog Day Afternoon and Can't Spy Me Hard. Can't Spy Me Love. And Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, which is this episode. Like, none of the episodes have been terrible, but they aren't good. So, yeah, next we got... Next we got Aunt Misbehaving, which sees the only appearance of Barb's sister Mandy, because next episode is Barb's birthday, where Phoebe and Max have to go get Barb a birthday gift, which is in the form of Barb's long distant bitter sister Mandy, who doesn't like Barb because of a long-standing history. Meanwhile, there's a B plot about Chloe eating Barb's birthday cake, so they had to go get a new one from this lady who runs a reality show. So yeah. Also, there's a weird line at the end where Chloe and Hank say they have an addiction to cake. We'll get to that. I remember that from the recap video that I made. But anyway, yeah. Next episode, we get to introduce of Barb's sister Mandy, who is only in this one episode and is never seen or mentioned again. Can't believe we're almost done this season. This season has been not that good. At least it's. I usually like to say season 3. I would have liked to say season 3 is a high improvement from season 2, but season 2 was way better. Like, season 2 had only like 1 or 2 bad episodes. Season 3 has 3 of them. Like, season 2, even though I was excited for this season because of Chloe's introduction, I can say season 3 is probably the worst season of the show. It's not terrible, but it's not awful either. It's just every episode I look through, I go in saying, oh, this episode's probably going to be really good. And I do, or I go into it thinking it's going to be good from the last time I watched it, thinking it was bad, and it's so bad. Like this episode, when I originally watched it, like a month or 2 ago, I forget. I remember liking it, but it wasn't that good. Same thing here. I liked it, but it wasn't that good because because again, they like to make Phoebe an unlikable jerk sometimes. But anyway, that's it for this video, and I'll see you next time when we review Aunt Misbehaving, the only appearance of Barb's twin sister Mandy, and the reveal of what Barb's original name was. See you next time.